It is a part of the country that could definitely use the rain, but it's also going to make for a very wet track tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. But tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. They'll start on the ground here on first down. There he goes, right side. Inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His third rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got bold, over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Cougar 19.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. You look at this Niner defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Now Richardson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Benson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up first downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that third and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those third down conversions are going to be huge in this one. After running it, now Richardson will throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
18 run.
First down.
Here we go. Streak. 19 tight. 19 tight. Dragon 60. Buffalo 18.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Open man here is Benson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up second down. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Let's go. Trap 60. Trap 70 Lions.
Back to the air with Richardson. To the right side and intercepted. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. That's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this Arizona defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 108 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. On this one, may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
A 3-yard pickup.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long.
19, pop, here we go, here we go. Cougar 19. Go.
Back to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Richardson looking to throw this. Over the middle, complete. That's Benson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
And this is 3rd down.
Cut 19. Yep, hey, crash. 19. Cut the 11. Cut the 11.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
This is taken at the 18. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like what they did there, because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Get it. Cowboy. Ready.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to take it home. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jordan James, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers had 6 to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
Cardinals, nothing.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. at their own 30-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're riding a two-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it? Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready? Cougar 19.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 17-0 our score after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Cardinal.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 120 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
Got it. Ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
70 Rangers, 79 Broncos. Here we go. Ready.
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
19 Tiger.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. A throw left side for Pearsall is complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Ricky Pearsall, 30 yards. And the 49ers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. Throw. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if the defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
60 Maverick. Ready, go.
2nd and 15. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And his throw here is incomplete.
And his drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Cut 19, not saying 19.
From the shotgun, Richardson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Matt Ariza now on to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Phillips has it running the out route. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Hey, ready?
Here's a give up the middle. And he is going to have the 49ers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. 2nd and 7.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
And they'll run it here. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Back at the 36.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here's Edmonds. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And taken right at the 35. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. No.
A give left side for Benson. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ready? 60 Maverick. 70 Timberwolf. Ready?
Richardson. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Dragon 60. Here we go, Scott. Cougar 19. Buffalo 18. '70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Ready, ready.
Looking to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He finds his man, complete. It's Garcia. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Will Lutz on for the point after. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7.
Niners 24, Cardinals 7. Will Lutz set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he'll return this one all the way out of the other side of the field.
During the week, the special teams coach puts together a game plan that he presents to the head coach. And in every game plan, there's one big play that he points to the head coach and says, listen, when we need it, we can go to it. I think they did exactly that on that one.
Go!
Now Richardson back to throw it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
brings up second.
Yeah,
and
things were pretty
9
stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
60 Vikings, 6 Warriors, 70.
He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnover. Is a turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They'll go again with Benson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Trap 60, trap 60. Let's go now. 79 Broncos. Trap to 60. Tap.
Here's Richardson to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey Benson, 43 yards. And the Cardinals take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
Niners 24, Cardinals 14. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A 7-yard pickup.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Green with a catch left side. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
from the gun. He'll hand this off.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Cup 19! Cup 19! Ready?
2nd and 5. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Emeka Egbuka halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down.
At the 44-yard line.
Douglas, the man in motion.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now it's Richardson. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Looking deep downfield.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Douglas, the man in motion. Going for it on fourth. Here's Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Niners 31, Cardinals 21. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Come on.
They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. And his throw is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Cougar 19.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's caught at the 25. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Booker with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Niners will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Now Moody for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Cardinals 21. Jake Moody to kick off.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
At the 39-yard line.
70 Rangers, 70, Hawk, 70, Hawk, 70.
Now Richardson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Richardson sacked. Third on the play. Recovered by the offense.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Richardson. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. And the Niners are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.